Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's good, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. Forgive me for my bogus lights. I got to figure out how to fix these lights. Actually, hold on one second. Let me do something. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All righty. What's going on? What's going on this morning? Besides people just making shit up. Denali Smith, Nuke the Duke, what up? What's good, man? VA Bella Buttes, what's going on? Welcome to the Wrench Squad. Andy Gill in the building, what's going on? Marcus Bridges, good morning. Fresh Baker, Rich L. Melvin Poston Jr., Grand Rising, Fanon Show, and the crew. Isaiah, shout out to Vi Ferrer. Isaiah Birdsong. We're going to get into this because, look, man, people got to what the hell is this about Gervonta Davis getting stripped of his WBA title and Lamont Roach fighting Floyd Schofield Jr.? I was actually asked if that was a serious thing. What's going on, Marlon Dumas? Gabe Toss, what's up, man? Troy Hutch in the building. What's going on, sir? Let me put these things up here, man. Yes, sir. Let's see if we can set a goal, too. See if we can set a goal. See if we can set a goal real fast. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I want to assure everybody that what's up, Brian Cruz? What's going on, man? Good morning, Troy Hutch. Man, I woke up this morning, man. I got a note sent to me from somebody. Then I had to watch. I didn't watch a video, but I saw the title for the video, and it's from the Usual Suspects. And this Usual Suspects is claiming, I guess, either that Gervonta Davis should be stripped of his title or that he's already going to be stripped of his title and there's going to be a replacement fight for the WBA title. It's that type of stuff, bro, that really causes a lot of problems down the line, because just that little innocent story that he told, and I didn't listen to the video. I don't know what he said in the video because honestly, I can't do that. But just the title itself implied that Gervonta Davis was stripped of his title. When are we going to stop this just randomly attacking Gervonta Davis, randomly attacking PBC fighters just because there's no good news in the news cycle? The fact of the matter is that the biggest news yesterday was that Alexander Usyk is not going to be allowed to fight Joseph Parker because Turki Alasheik doesn't want that fight. Why don't Roach avenge that loss before Tank? What loss are you talking about? He's a fraud, MF, and won't debate with facts. Look, that's just flat out pulling some shit out and lying. I mean, that's nothing. That's all that is. I mean, I don't know what else you could consider that to be. Why would you say that Gervonta Davis was stripped of his title? What reason would they have to strip Gervonta of his title? It's like you just want to put bad news out there on the guy for no good reason. Just put bad news out on him. I don't understand you guys, man. I really don't understand you. But why doesn't Roach avenge that law? What loss? The loss to Jamel Herring? Why would he go fight Jamel Herring when he can fight? He just got a draw. The Boxing Novice, thank you, brother, for the support, man. Appreciate you, man. Easy number one said he literally just fought. He's fought already this year. A champion, he already fought one time this year. Why in the world would you want him stripped? Other than just to say and just start a stupid conversation about him getting stripped. But I'll engage in this stupid conversation. For now, we talk about someone that throws a bunch of BS at a wall, hoping something sticks, so he can say, see, I told you. Yeah. I mean, is that what it is? If that's what it is, man, you got to look at the floor and all the shit that falls off the wall. You got like just throwing it up against the wall to see what sticks, but you got a bunch of garbage that fell off the wall. Marlon Jamel Herring is retired, brother. Exactly. Like, I don't get that. Why don't you want Gervonta? You just don't want Gervonta Davis to have anything good. Let's just be honest about this now. You all, I don't care. And I've been naming names. I am not tripping on that crap no more because I don't believe these dudes. You guys are 100% just selling misery to people, man. Just out there putting garbage on people's names on a daily basis. Name. What kind of person are you, man? What kind of human being are these people, man? I'm not suited for this. I'm telling you right now, I can't do this. I mean, I really can't. I can never be and never have a job where I have to make up this much shit about young fighters. You know what I mean? That they just selling wolf tickets. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. But let's talk about the real big story. Your boy Turki Alasheik and how Turki Alasheik. Fanon, did you see Tim Bradley praising Turki like he's the Messiah? Turki, I mean, come on, man. Peter Hutton Mills said, Gervonta Davis being stripped of the WBT on what grounds? Please stop that nonsense. This is ridiculous. Why all this alternate universe, MAGA, web, bubble? Why the lies, deception, misinformation, and manipulation? Man, because that's what their job is to manipulate people, man. What up, 2 Cent? My guy, Melvin Poston Jr. said they just hate Gervonta in a horrible way, bro. Like, really, what did you do? Did you hit a dick? Did they try to hit on Gervonta or something? Like, did you guys like try to date him or something? And you just figured out like he didn't like you? Was it that he doesn't give you enough interviews? Is it, I mean, what is it? Did he say something bad to you sometime in person? What has he done to deserve all of this ridiculousness on his head? What has Jerron Boots Ennis done what has he done to deserve all this garbage on his head? You guys are a garbage making factory. You dump ducks on him. He said say some dumb shit and it spread like wow. Cause I mean it's so stupid. But they don't, it's just a lie. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it, bro. I want to know why in the world, though. Back to this Turkey thing. Tank just said no to Turkey. Why he doesn't need Turki Alalshikh? Why would he go work with Turki Alalshikh? Turki Alalshikh is this big ass egomaniac, dog. He's a fucking egomaniac, and I can't stand the dude, and I can't stand people that like him. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't stand people that like him. How can Tim Bradley must be auditioning for another job or something. Not saying that Turki hasn't made any good fights. He's made good fights, but you know, shaking ass for Bill. Have to bring Tank down to build up Devin, knowing he'll never be more entertaining. That's why they want him out. Why does Turki keep asking him? Keep asking him with what? To keep signing with him? Because he wants Gervonta Davis. I'm telling you, it's a piece of property, bro. It's a piece of property. Turki Alalshikh sees people like pieces of property. So Gervonta Davis is the biggest piece of property. So he wants that piece of property. Like, I don't understand how you guys are sucking up on this dude like that. On the real. The man is trying to put you dudes in slave contracts. You're going to wind up in a slave contract. The guy is completely and utterly arbitrary in the decisions that he makes. If he gets one right, okay. If he gets two right, okay. But man, why in the world would he say we're not interested in this fight between between Alexander Usyk and Joseph Parker. He's not interested in that fight. But I thought you said you wanted the best to fight the best, Turkey. And the best two heavyweights right now are Alexander Usyk and Joseph Parker. Those are the top two heavyweights right now. Alexander Usyk beat everybody else except for Deontay Wilder, and I won't include Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder is rebuilding. They don't care for none. These idiots are begging for boxers to have no autonomy. It's funny. This is probably how slavery started. I'm telling you, this is probably how slavery started. This little shit that he's doing right now probably is what leads to slavery in about 100 years. Seriously, man, for all you know, they may have you on a 100-year slavery program. Hold on. They tried. No, Blue Bloods said that they're going to strip Tank and have Lamont Roach fight Kid Schofield. Why would the WBA strip their big money guy? The WBA is going to strip Gervonta so that they can have Lamont Roach fight Lamont Roach fight Floyd Schofield. It's amazing, bro. It just shows how dumb y'all are. It just proves how dumb y'all are. Rich L said, that dude, Blue Blood, his ass just be making shit up. I don't understand why people be listening to his lying ass. That nigga be lying, man. God dang, that nigga lies. I mean, like, man, it's record-setting lies, man. Tim's last day is on Saturday, so he's sucking Turkey off for a position to hold his hand and commentate. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Because you know he ain't going to work. You know he ain't getting no job at the PBC. You know that. Hey, Tim got his YouTube channel going on and everything. Tim is ready for that next stage of life, man. Tim is ready for that next stage. It's subject to change. Yeah. Oh, you know things are subject to change. They also started saying he retired. You guys are pieces of shit. Let me just tell you. And I mean that full-fledged. I do not like Devin Haney. But I am not going to wake up in the morning and start lying about Devin Haney. I can't stand Devin Haney as a fighter. I don't like him as a fighter. I don't like him as a person. I don't like his dad as a person. I don't like him. But I'm not going to wake up in the morning and just lie about him just so I can have some people look at and click on my video and you just told some shit that is complete and utter fabrication. And you guys are praising this guy, Turki Alasheik. And I'm telling you, this is how that Fugazi-ass Twitter account saying he got inside sources in Tank's camp saying he's going to retire. What Twitter? I mean, Tank's already said he's going to retire. He's already said that he wants to retire. He said he got 4 more fights left. Man, that dude got he's got a court hearing in 4 days. Yeah, because they haven't announced a fight in August. You know what the thing is? They running around here arguing and telling everybody the fight was going to be on the August 16th, and the fight wasn't on August 16th. I don't want Fugazi-ass Twitter account saying he got inside sources in Tank's camp saying he's going to retire. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that he could retire. I wouldn't doubt that Tank would retire. If Tank retires, I wouldn't blame him because of you pieces of shit. Like, seriously. I sometimes don't want to do this YouTube channel. I love this damn job. I love it. I love getting up and talking about boxing. But, dude, Devin Haney's put such an ill taste in my mind for the sport of boxing, bro, that it makes me not even want to watch the sport. And that's a lot coming from me, I'm telling you. So I could not, man. What's going on, Kokui? Look, man, I can guarantee you, bro, that shit will make somebody not want to fight. To have just people inundating you with a bunch of bullshit every day? What's going on, all things? Peace and blessings to you as well, man. Peace and blessings to you. Man, I don't get it. I couldn't do it. Just make some shit up about Devin. Devin just failed a steroids test yesterday. That's my inside sources tell me Devin failed a steroids test yesterday. Did he pop dirty and they're trying to pay everybody off? Like, let's just start making up lies. Let me start making up lies about Devin. Devin got caught juicing. Devin got caught juicing, and Bill paid off Vada for the test not to go through. So that's what I heard from inside sources. Also, I heard that Bill, you know what I mean? Like, you just wake up in the morning making shit up. What they're not making up, though, KK Devin is 29-6, lost to Garcia, lost to Loma, lost to Young Thug, lost to P. Diddy, sucker punched a carnival worker and missed completely. Lost visitation rights to see his daughter. Now, that ain't no lie, bro. He did take a loss on that. Coach Chris is the top fighter in his weight class. Who is that? Who's the top fighter in his weight class? Now they in a group chat making up shit that is for real. They in that group chat making up shit as a team. I'm so sorry that I gave them fucking dudes that idea. Mark, I am so upset with myself for ever having advised those dudes, man. I gave those guys a brilliant idea, man, and it was my idea. It was a brilliant idea. They took the idea and turned a brilliant idea into dog shit. Used to attack black people. I swear to God, bro. When I got out of law school, I was going to be a prosecutor because that was really the only jobs that were open to me was being a prosecutor. So I didn't want to be a prosecutor. But man, where can I get Ryan is not La Raza? Where can I get Ryan is not La Raza t-shirts? I'm sure you can buy that shit at Blue Blood's store or something. He probably gets a cut of that. Wake up thinking, what lies we going to tell today? That's what I did. No joke, bro. Once I heard it, I went to Blue Blood's page just to see, okay, what lies did he put in his titles? What lies? What lies in them titles, man? Like he made, bro, like seriously, man, you used to have to play games with titles because this dude would just tell such whoppers, bro. He would tell whoppers after whoppers after whoppers after whoppers. These grown men at that, I'm telling you, they're amazing, bro, how they be lying on these dudes, man. DHP.com. Out there, hey, dog, don't order that shit from there. Come on, don't let Bill have your home address now. Hey, come on, don't let Bill have your home address, man. I wouldn't buy that t-shirt. That's a first stop into getting scammed right there. They're out to get Tank. I feel sorry for Parker. He deserves a chance. Yeah, but see, the Joseph Parker situation, it proves that Turki Alasheik is not trying to make the best fights. Get a life, Luke Callahan. You are listening to me talk about boxing and you're telling me to get a life? What sense does that make? Luke Callahan. Callaghan. Get a life about what? You guys lie your asses off, and I'm going to call you a liar for about an hour and a half this morning, okay? I dedicated my morning to calling you guys liars. You are liars. Flat out liars. I don't care how many times you tell the truth, you're going to lie real soon. Exactly, like they're trying. Hey, D Free Sports, what's up, man? Hey. Hold on, man. Hold on. D Free, what up? D Free Sports Talk, what's up, brother? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the Russells. You can tell when and if Tank go to jail, them dudes going to call each other first thing in the morning, happy as shit. Yeah, they're going to be happy as hell if he gets put in jail. That's what they are, bro. Liar, liar, pants on fire, dog. What's going on, Eugene Palmer? On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. What's up, man? How you doing, Terrence Bailey? Sir, What we are engaging in is a misinformation, disinformation campaign being run by Turki Alasheik, being run by Bill Haney, being run by the LDBC. I cannot believe that the LDBC turned into that. I can't believe that Dante's Boxing Nation. I can't believe that these channels that I really thought had real integrity, dude, have turned into this. Man, I thought y'all were real dudes, man. I really thought y'all were real dudes, man. And all the time, y'all ain't nothing but some hoes, bro. Like the whole time, y'all street niggas, all of this, all of that, been to jail, and all y'all niggas is pussies. Like for real. Like serious, man. You guys are brave enough to go stick a gun in somebody's face, rob them, right? And wind up go to jail for that, or moving big products, whatever you were doing that got you the time in jail that you brag about. But you ain't willing to stand up to a little fat man with a big nose. Like you're not willing to stand up to that. You know what I mean? So like, forgive me if I don't believe you street niggas no more. Okay, I don't believe you. I believe you guys are soft as baby boo-boo bottoms. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. You can do all these crimes against people that are innocent people, right? Oh, I'm a big time dude. I can get drugs and I can move it across country. Yeah, but if somebody gets in your face and somebody with real power says you got to either stand on principle or you got to lie out your ass, you guys are going to lie out your ass and not stand on principle. Like, seriously, man. Where is your integrity? Where is it? Where it is absent. I am looking for your integrity. I am looking for you guys to display some degree of integrity. Claymore, get some integrity, dog. Ray Davis, get some integrity. Blue Blood, get some integrity. Get some integrity. Okay? Something where somebody can look at you and be like, you know what? That's a truthful person. That's a guy. That's a solid dude. No, you know what you guys do? You're phony for the first 15. You're phony is what you are. All your brotherly love and all that bullshit is just an act, bro. It's just Dante Happy Endings Massages Nation. Exactly, bro. Like dudes, these are dudes that used to talk about black people and the suffering of black people. Now you guys are just shills for one of the biggest fucking phones that the world of boxing has ever been graced with. Nowhere to be found, Fanon, for real. Yeah, where's your integrity? Where's your integrity? Can you be believed? Dante got his heart broken in the U.S. and became a passport bro for some random Southeast Asian country. Nah, I heard he can't come back to the country. Rumor on Dante is that he cannot come back to the United States. If he comes back to the United States, his ass is going to go to jail. That's what people say. I cannot verify it. I cannot deny. I cannot argue. All I know is the nigga has never said 2 words to me in his life, which I always found very, very strange. And then his ass magically ran the fuck up out the country. But, you know, people playing around with people's money or playing around with people's kids, people get kind of scared. You know what I mean? Hey, that dude over there in Thailand with them lady boys. Them lady boys. He messing with them lady boys. Hey, I knew that was coming. He said he messing with them lady boys. I don't know if he is or if he's not. I can't speak on that. All I know is, look, man, we relied upon you for integrity. You all have turned into trying to ruin Gervonta Davis's life, man. All because this dude is better than only because he's better than Devin. Let's just be real. Your guys don't like Tank because Tank is what you wanted Devin to be. Tank took it from Devin. Devin is never going to be the great fighter that you thought you had. You thought you had a Floyd Mayweather Jr., $100 million a fight guy. You guys were going to make it happen, bro. Troy has said, I've been to Thailand before. It's definitely wild over there. Hey, I'm okay. I don't need to go to Thailand. I don't want nothing walking up to me that is pretty and I don't know what it is. That's what you got to use Viagra as a roofie. Then you talk to a chick to make sure she ain't. Oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. Let me tell you something, dog. I'm sticking with my wife. I know what my wife is. I'm sticking with her. Yeah, De La Hoya, hey, Bill and De La Hoya probably party together. Both. Hey, man, look. Tank beat Dev to the top. Yeah, he did. That's what they're really mad about. They're mad that they could not create a star. Their system is not going to create a star. The only thing it is going to do, it can create a little buzz for somebody. But once you create that little buzz, they got to back it up in the ring. And the problem with Devin is Devin can't back it up in the ring. He's just not exciting. He's not fun to watch. He's annoying as fuck. Like, first of all, Devin as a person is annoying. He's a brat. He's always come across like a brat. He's got a bratty attitude. Like he's a, hey, buddy, love your stuff, get a life. I have a life, dude. You're still talking to me. Let me repeat. Let me see something. RMAC29. You just made up a fake name to talk to me. Okay? You made up a fake name to talk to me. I would think that anybody that would go out of their way to create a new Google account, which has to take you, what, 4 or 5 minutes that you did after you got blocked the last time? I get you, come on. After you got blocked the last time, you create another one? Who needs to get a life, dog? Who needs to get a life? Why don't you go work? I mean, dog, they can't be paying you much more than you get at 7-Eleven. You might as well go to 7-Eleven, dog. That way you don't have to do. Oh, I get it, though. But you get to stay in the house. I get it. Kamal says, y'all got any more of those Mexican for Haney t-shirts? And Troy Hutch said, honor and integrity. Yeah, where's your honor? Where's your integrity? That's the watchwords for today. He's waiting to flip burgers. That's what I'm saying. Like, go on ahead and get. I mean, look, bro, don't get me wrong. I ain't worked in a long time. Okay, it's been years since I've actually worked. Man, I can't. Honestly, I don't think I've worked in. Shit, man. I don't think I've worked in 6 years. Maybe six years. It's been about 6 years since I've really worked. So I understand, man. I understand what it is. How are these haters up so early to glaze for 9 with no gag reflex? Relentless Haney's is wild. Yeah, that's because they're mad at me. Let me tell you something. Bill is a punk who thinks he can intimidate people. Bill found out that he cannot intimidate me, nor can he do anything about anything that I want to do. So once Bill learned that he's a peon compared to me, they now have to send bots because the normal ones won't come back because I've already ran through the rest of those bots. Okay? Bill knows he's a peon. Peon, Bill. I mean, I'm serious about it too. For real, these dudes talk like they could do something. They were talking like they were doing something. I am listening and watching everything called boxing. What's going on, bro? KOD testimonies. I'm telling you, that's what they think they are. They're a bunch of little fake tough guys. But the problem is they're not that smart. The problem is that they're not very smart. See, Bill should have been trying to build up other fighters legitimately, but his little bitchy attitude always comes out. Bill had intimidated Mill City until Millen exposed him for sniffing. Glad Mook stood up for himself. Look, man. Bill be trying to intimidate and bully people. I've experienced it myself when he talked crazy as shit to me one time. Like, for real. He was like yelling at the top of his lungs at me on a phone call. And I was like, man, Bill, are you okay? Dude, when I said, man, are you okay? And didn't respond, his whole attitude changed, bro. And then he was the nicest guy in the world all of a sudden. See, the dude thought he was going to try to play me for a punk real fast by yelling at me and shouting me down. And then when I said, nah, bro, it's not going to pop off like that. Believe you me, bro, it's not popping off like that. Then he wants to act all nice and polite, right? But he still sends his little sweetie pie bots to throw penises at me. All kind of dumbass shit he does, man. Anyway, that's my opinion anyway. Bill was a pimp, effeminate man. Pimps are effeminate men. I think. I don't know. I've not really. I mean, you know, I may or may not have been related to some pimps. I may or may not have some blood relation to some pimps. Pimps back in the day, though. They was pimps back in the day. Way back in the day. Devin taking turkeys all the way down. You know he is. Bill was, okay, I got that. You're a former user. Man, I have never touched that. I've never touched that snowball shit. Never in my life have I ever put anything in my nostril. Now, I may have, I'll be honest with you. You know, I can knock some drinks back. I can definitely smoke something. But with the nose, the booger sugar. Never did the booger sugar, and I'm going to remain strong and never do it because I do not want to act like Bill Haney. You're a former user. It was high as shit. Trying to talk over people. Yeah, Bill, let me tell you something, man. Bill Haney is an asshole. Like, that's just what he is, bro. Bill Haney is an asshole. Bill Haney thinks niggas, that black people are stupid. You can wave a couple dollars at these dummies and they'll do anything that you say do. Bill Haney has probably lost more money in boxing than he's made. Nancy Reagan said, just say no. Nah, I said yes. I said no to that. I said no to the booger sugar. I ain't saying no to everything. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm not the type of dude to say no a lot. You know what I mean? I ain't turning down too much, bro. I ain't turning down too much. I ain't gonna lie, dog. That's why I stay in the house, dog, because I want to stay faithful. I want to stay faithful to my wife. That's why I don't even really leave the house. I start to stay around because I'm the type of dude for real. I'll go, you know. Ralph Chestnut said, good morning, Fanon and Chad. Salute to you and everybody. Salute to you, Ralph Chestnut. And thank you for your support yesterday. Remember when, hold on, what? Hold on. Remember that one guy, he had Hop on here and he was caught on camera in a hotel room wearing that raggedy white beater accepting money? Yeah. And I told him, I was like, did you get paid for this? He's like, yeah. Man, I caught that bot. Yeah. Because I said he got up and he was talking to me. Let me tell you what Phoenix is referring to, bro. There was a time when we were having a live stream and a guy jumped on and he was in a hotel room and he had a wife beater on in the hotel room, but you could tell that the shirt, it looked like he had taken off his shirt and tie and tried to just have a wife beater and call in and make a quick buck. So I asked him, I was like, come on, man, you're saying this, but it sounds like a line from somebody else. Are you getting paid? Are you getting paid to talk to me? And he said, yes, I'm getting paid to talk to you. So please understand that I am not some paranoid dude that doesn't understand what's going on, that's tripping on something that's not real. No, these people are not authentic people. Gervonta Davis, do not let these trolls drive you into retirement. If you don't want to retire, if you truly want to retire, God bless you, man. You know, you got my full support. And anything I could do for Tank, I would do for Tank to say thank you for the exciting fights that I've had during the time that during his career. But if it's just these naggy ass, bitchy ass dudes always causing problems, and bro, you ain't got nothing to worry about from them dudes. All you got to do is relax, take care of your business. Ain't nothing happening to you. Ain't nothing going to go wrong with that stuff. Good morning, Fanon. Do you think Ali Revival Act will pass? I have no idea. I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think it makes a difference if it passes or not, Cam J Network. I don't care if it passes or not. Because honestly, you dummies, I'm not a boxer. I'm telling you right now, I'm not a boxer. You guys are trying your best to ruin the PBC, the first source where people were really making big money. And what did you do? You tore at them, you tore at them, you tore at them. Honestly, man, I'm going to sit up here and I think you're going to get what you deserve. I'm dead serious. You boxers are going to get what you deserve. That's what's going to happen. If you guys are dumb enough to co-sign that shit for a couple bucks, just understand that your kids, when they come out of school, when they try to turn pro, they're going to basically get blocked into going to that UFC model. Because they're going to try to sign these people and give them paychecks to start. But once you start, you get on that teat. How are you going to get off that teat? How are you going to transition from being a UFC boxing, get your ass beat up to beat bloody in this stupid league? How are you going to get over to the PBC if you're already locked down in contracts during the beginning of your career with these other guys? It's going to be very interesting to see how you guys get out of those contracts. But I'm telling you, you're going to get what you deserve. Some of you boxers are straight up bitches. You are. And I've been telling you this. You dudes think of yourself and you think of yourself alone. You don't have any vision as to what the future of boxing is going to be past yourself. That's why you're running around here with Victor Conti, the Juice getting all jacked to Juice with your turtlebacks and all that bunk. Like, you know, you guys know what you're doing. So, hey, man, if Turki Alasheik eats you, shit, let him eat you. That's where I am. I'm serious, man. I'm not twisting my head on this shit. I thought about it. I was like, man, I should write my congressman. I should go meet with my congressman. I'm not going to do none of that shit. I promise you, bro, I'm not going to do none of that shit. If they want to pass that bullshit and you guys want to reduce yourself to servitude, reduce your damn selves to servitude. Reduce yourself to servitude. How long are they going to be in contract? Who knows? But once you're locked into a contract, you know how hard they're going to make it for you to get out of it? Trust me, dude, they're going to stick these guys. You guys are going to get stuck. Turki Alasheik is just paying all this money to drown out the market. And then he's going to come in the market and he's telling you he's already not paying for fights. Look what he can do to Joseph Parker. He just decided he doesn't want to fight. So now Joseph Parker can't get his title shot just because Turki Alasheik says, I'm not interested in that. Why? Because I'm not. I don't feel like it today. That's your ranking system. Your new ranking system is going to be whatever Turki Alasheik wants. That's fine, though. You little monkeys go work for him. I'm happy. Go work for him. Go on with your bad selves. Go on, dumbass. Go on, dumbass. Go on over there and do that. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to people giving you solid advice. Listen to dumbass blue blood who lies like a fucking rug all the time. But yet, hey, you know, listen to the black people that claim they're uplifting black people but ripping them down at the same time. You guys are going to wind. That's how I'm telling you. My theory on how human slavery began was it started with the essence of this. You give a monkey something shiny, you put it in a bottle. When the monkey sticks their hand in to grab that shiny object, its fist is too big to get out. So that monkey is going to hold on and hold on and hold on. And then you're going to be able to walk right up to that monkey, put a rope around its neck, and you got you a new monkey meat. Now you got monkey meat. Okay? Now you got the monkey meat. That's what you guys are finna be. Monkey meat. Because you grab on everything shiny and clutter. But that's okay. Some of you guys are going to get it. Some of y'all got your money. But then guess what? This pyramid scheme. Yep, the baboon. Yep, that's how you get some baboon meat. Y'all are about to be baboon meat because Turkey gave you something shiny. Oh, he flew me all the way. He flew me all the way to Saudi Arabia, and I got to see the palaces, and we ate dinner together, and he showed me all his millions and millions of boy toys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You know, and then you get used to the money. Everybody else goes out of business. Then Turkey's the only act in town. And then all of a sudden, Turkey ain't as nice as Turkey used to be. Turkey's not eating dinner with you. He's sick of you. Go eat out there. Let him eat cake. And then they're just going to grind these fighters down to the ground. Just grind them down and grind them down. And they're going to be looking like UFC fighters. They're going to probably start changing the rules in the ring. All kind of stuff. All because you guys just want to kiss the ass of a Saudi military official. You guys amaze me you guys amaze me. And someone explained to me why Turkey thinks he's a royal person. In Saudi, he's not. That's because they tried to treat him as if he is a king. That is what they wanted us to look up to him for. You remember when King, that jackass, used to come by the channel and insist that I call Turki Alasheik his excellency? I'm not calling him his excellency. Fuck Turkey. I'm not calling Mohammed bin Salam your highness. I'm not calling none of that shit. What's Turkey doing is textbook grooming. Sick shit. Yeah, it is. It is grooming them. And that's what, and guess what? They want to be groomed. They want to be groomed. Don't act like you don't want it. You want that man to take care of you. You want that man to give you that big check that can save your life. Oh, you want it. You hate seeing your views low. Trust me, I hate seeing my views low. So you get them to buy something for you. You know what I mean? Make you feel better. I found out family betrayed me last week. My uncle was up and the Pacquiao Barrios fight. Just seen him on Facebook posting pictures with my aunt while they were ringside. They ain't take me. I'm sorry for that. That's because these fools call him your excellency. Look, man, I am not calling that man your excellency. When I was sitting there talking to Claymore Rain, listening to this fucking buffoon explain to me why I need to call this man your excellency. He's not my excellency. Fuck him. He's not excellent. I don't see any excellence in that man. None. Why would I do that? You know what I call Barack Obama? Barack. That's what I would call Barack Obama to his face. Hello, Barack. I wouldn't even say Mr. President. Have I met Turkey in person? Why the fuck would I be meeting Turki Alalshikh in person? No, I have not met Turki Alalshikh in person. I don't have to meet Turki Alalshikh in person. I listen to him talk. I already know. Kamal said, predicted Turkey would force Usyk Fury 3, not Parker. Yes, you did. You did, and it's a disgusting thing. Usyk Fury 3. Because it's a big fight. It's the fight we want to see. He already beat him twice. He already beat the guy twice. He beat him solidly twice. But you want another one? Bud got courted like a hoe, and I'll never view him as anything other than a hoe. Look, man, I got some information on Bud. But most of these niggas is broke. Let me tell you something, too. A lot of these people are acting this way because they're broke. They're broke. Adjit and Parker should fight for the Usyk for the Fusyk. Parker should not have to jump through any more hoops to get a title shot. Why the fuck does he got to do that? I got it. Thanks, man. How we good? Tell me when I'm good. Tell me when I'm good. Tell me when I'm good. Hey, thank you to everybody that support Fugazi Turki Alalshikh. Look, man. Y'all are out there. Okay, cool. Let me check the Cash App in case anybody was nice enough to support in the Cash App. No Cash Apps, but thank y'all to anybody and everybody that supports in the Super Chats and the Cash Apps. Woo! We trying to keep the channel going. Gary Russell, man, what up, man? Gary Russell says, keep doing what you're doing, Fanon. Shout out, and I'm going to treat you like you the great Gary Russell. Any name, Gary Antoine, Gary Antoine, Gary Russell Jr., Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Let's go back to the fact that, you know what? Could you imagine how good Devin would be if he had the skills of do you imagine what Devin could be if Devin had the skill set of Gary Russell Jr.? Represent, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. For sure, you know I got DC back all the time. Yes, sir. Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine if Devin Haney could actually fight like Gary Russell Jr.? Gary, you show, hey, bro, I hope you ain't trolling. You know you my dude. Man, let me tell you, man. God damn, you can fight, bro. Damn, you can fight. I don't want to fuck with you, dude. Like, man, oh, man, that ass whooping. Man, that ass whooping you put on that boy. Woo. No, he does not have everything but power. No, he does not. He cannot fight like Gary can fight. No, he can't. No way does he see the openers that Gary see, bro. If Devin could fight like Juan, oh my God, ain't no joke. If Devin could fight like Juan Manuel Marquez, yeah. If Devin could really fight, like really fight, like he can box, but he can't fight. You know, like, all right, man, it's a difference to me. Like, I'm thoroughly confused that men doing anything for money is very feminine. I call it gay. I call it gay for pay mentality. It's unbelievable. I've never seen men act like this. Very eye-opening. No, seriously, I think these dudes were gay from the beginning. I think they're gay. I'm sorry. I'm going to get them. My live stream is going to get demonetized because I'm saying this. No joke, bro. I think that those guys are. I think that they're all same-sex men. I do. I think that there's a unity between men that like men in boxing, and they are working together in a unified group. But they very much all strike me as guys that like guys. The Russells not going. The Russells got it going on. Skills pay the bills. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. He got a paper chin. Hey, I bet you. I watch you beat the shit out of dude one arm in Atlantic City. You a beast, man. Let me tell you something. Gary's a fucking monster, bro. Like no joke, bro. I like seriously, man. Watching him fight, I'm like, this nigga would whoop my ass. Like I ain't in the mood. You know, yeah, that's what honestly I think I think they are. That's my personal belief. I could be wrong, but I believe that they are. I believe that that's the one unifying factor between these guys. I think that they are pooches. I do. I think that there's a large number of pooches paying attention to boxing and they stay together in a unit. And they are out to get black men that don't, because look how bitchy and lie they are. Seriously, they bitch, they lie, they do their hair, like they do their hair and all kind of quick, you know what I mean? Definitely some suspect behavior. I'm just telling you, bro. They strike me that way. They strike me that way. They're unified. They're all get together with the same lies. You know what I mean? They all buddy up with, there ain't never no women around them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I just think that I think something's going on with those dudes. I really do. I think something's going on with Devin. I think something's going on with Bill. They're too bitchy. You know what I mean? Like, they're bitchy. They're just real bitchy. That's the only way I can say it. Like, they're just so bitchy. They anytime you say something that they don't like, they got to jump up in your face and they're all, do you know what I'm saying? They go on dinner dates together, shit like that. Regis, who got embarrassed to fight before by a Puerto Rican journeyman, that was a robbery joke. Yeah, because he got dropped by that guy. He was already done. Regis Prograis was kind of done as a fighter. A lot of purses being worn. I'm just telling you, there's a lot of there's some serious fugazi shit going on, man. And I want you guys to know that we recognize this, man. Y'all ain't being right, okay? If y'all, and that's why they attack men like this. They are, man, what are they doing to Jaron Ennis? Like, just think about it, dog. Those dudes, I'm telling you, man, there's something wrong with these dudes. Why, or something different about these dudes. Why are you attacking Jaron like this? Why are you attacking Jaron like this? Why are you trying to act like Jaron is trying to duck? You know they on some gay shit when they cool with another man paying for their meals and taking cash. That's definitely some Diddy shit. Yeah. Man, once you take that money from him, bro, look, I know Bill still tucks Devin in. And Nuke said a lot of, look, I'm just telling you, there's something real fugazi about these dudes, man. Something real fugazi about them. The fact that they are so unified in such a ridiculous fucking narratives that they support, go back and forth with each other on, there's something fundamentally wrong with you if you're able to do that. Fundamentally, there's some, we gonna get them. We gonna show them. We gonna get them. Yeah, they twerking for Turkey. Everybody, what's Turkey's wife? Where's Turkey's wife? Hey, where's Mrs. Turkey? Where's Mrs. Turkey at? I need to see Mrs. Turkey. You got Bill, you got Devin having babies by prostitutes. Come on, man. Brian Sr. act like Jaron effed his itch. They weigh the way he hating on Boots. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to put Brian Norman Jr. and Sr. into that boat. But when I saw him going off on Jaron, dog, look, man, there's no reason for all that animosity about Jaron Ennis. I don't know who started that shit between Jerron and Brian Norman Jr., but whoever did it, good job of starting in a relevant. Yeah, where's Miss? I want to know where Miss Turkey is. Where's Mrs. Turkey? I need to see Mrs. Turkey before I support any card of Turki Alasheik's. I am sorry, bro. I am not going to support heathenry. And I am definitely not going to be supporting a guy that's trying to capture and lock in black fighters into slave contracts, Mexican fighters into slave contracts. That's what you're going to get, slave contracts. I'm telling you. And no, I'm not going to, and I'm not even going to say anything about do something with the Alalshikh. I can't wait to see you guys because guess what's going to happen? I'm going to start my own boxing. I'm going to start my own certified boxing organization. I'm going to start my own certified boxing organization. BNS got itch tendencies. Brian Norman started. He wanted to attach himself to a fighter. I mean, hey, he had to do something. Hopefully it'll go away. His son is a champion now, so there's no real need for them to do that. I don't see any need for Brian Norman to do anything other than get in the ring, knock some people out. He's doing a fantastic job of that. But like I said, only problem that I had with Brian Norman Sr. was when he didn't think I understood something. Because he didn't take the time to understand that it took him a time. He said, I'm down with you, Fanon. Let's start it. Yeah, let's all start our own boxing certified leagues so that we can all just randomly decide to lock people into slave contracts. So what's the process by which you approve these boxing organizations? And how do you get to shut them down? You're basically allowing the promoters, you're breaking away from the sanctioning bodies so that the promoter can work directly with the manager and lock those young men into slave contracts. But like I said, that's what you get. That's what you deserve. That's what you want. You all want to be enslaved. You want that because you keep making decisions that say that that's what you want. You didn't want to work on YouTube. You never wanted to have to work and grind and put out a bunch of videos, and you don't want that. You don't want to live off that. You want a baby daddy to come take care of you and pay you for all your videos no matter what you say. Oh, I'll pay you $20 a video. I'll pay you $100 a video. So you do 3 videos a day, that's $300 a day. $100 a video. Give me $100 a video, I'll say anything. $200 a video, man, I'll say anything for $200 a video. If you pay me $500 a video, man, I'll suck your thing. That's what they'll do. Because they're going to do something strange for that change. They doing something strange for that change. Let me put this up here, though. Oh, we've been here for a while. I can get a link. This has been a fun live stream. I'm telling you, man, that's what's going to happen. They're going to get these dudes off the teat. They're going to take them off the tit. They're going to be stuck. Because guess what, dude? They can't go nowhere. You can't. Where are you going to go? Top right? Where are you going to go? You're going to go to a Matchroom? You can't. Matchroom works. Basically, Turkey owns Matchroom. Turkey owns Matchroom. Turkey owns DAZN because he owns a part of DAZN. Gary Russell, Fanon, you're the only one standing up for old school. Hey, man, I know what's going on. Gary Russell Jr. is a way better fighter than these kids are, man. They're not that good. Teofimo Lopez is not that good. Devin is not that good. Ryan is not that good. And it all panned out, bro. It all panned out. Meanwhile, Gary Russell Jr. takes 3 years off, jumps in there with a dude much bigger than him, and just puts on a performance that just looked like he was playing with the dude. Lively stream for sure. Hey, I'm having fun time, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Remember that burger scene? Don't be a menace, Fanon. That's Bill to Turkey. Look, I'm a menace. I'm telling you. I am not going back. See, I know you guys. Look, I'm not allowed to say this anymore. I'm trying to be more politically correct on my channel because I would actually like to be able to get, some fighters to come on here. And so I don't have to get wild all the time. But if y'all don't mind me, I'm going to get wild for a second. The PBC is going to be in perfectly good shape. There's nothing that Turki Alalshikh is going to do. And matter of fact, do you know what can happen if that bill passes? The PBC can immediately become a certified boxing organization. And then the PBC doesn't need the sanctioning bodies anymore. Turki Alasheik just opened the door for Al Heyman to take over boxing. Because now if that passes, the PBC gets to do it. The PBC gets to say, hey, everybody, fuck the sanctioning bodies. We don't want to have to pay you. So the PBC is now a certified boxing organization, and they don't need the belts. They can have their contract with Amazon and put on any fight that they want to as a certified boxing organization. And you better believe that the PBC will get that certification before TKO will. And that will allow Al Heyman and the PBC to beat the UFC at their own model. So, like I said, I don't care how this shit goes. Kamala, stop tripping on the timeout. Kamal, oh. Yeah, you can slow down timing out, people, Kamal. I don't know what, because I can't see where he did it. Anyway, Turkey can't out big Al. Hell no. That's the wind-up gonna happen. If they pass that bill, I see you 2 Cent. If they pass that bill, the first thing the PBC should do is file to be a certified boxing organization. That way they don't have to pay sanctioning fees, and they can compete directly with Turki Alasheik. But guess what they can do? They can actually pay them real money. No worries. It works perfectly well. And they can be a certified boxing organization, but yet still own the ranking system. When you write the law, trust me, we gonna read the law and we gonna make the law work for us. That's what lawyers do. What's going on, Tuesday? What up to King of Hate?
None. That is crazy what you just said. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Because I think that's what Al wanted to do, and that's what they were so pissed about back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They just shot themselves in the foot, bro. Ain't no way Turkey will be able to compete with Al Heyman if he do that. The fighters will make way more money. They'll box out the sanctioning bodies. They'll be upset. Man, that is crazy.
Yeah, they basically just handed Al Heyman exactly what he wanted to do.
Wow.
The first time, and he's better set than they are. He already has a platform. He's working with different promoters. He's already doing that. So he's legitimately a box organization. Huh?
They got Pro Box.
Who got Pro Box?
Isn't like Al? I mean, isn't PBC like affiliated with Pro Box? Ain't that like like the G League for PBC?
I don't know. It looks like it. I hope so. But it can quickly become so. It can quickly become so.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
you take the law and you work with the law. If that's what they want, trust me, PBC will be out of that shit. They'll be paying fighters, and they don't have to do that pay scale shit.
They're gonna be even more mad at the PBC because the PBC is not gonna be like, no more pay-per-view. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
Nope.
Yep, and they're not going to attract any top names. See, that's the thing that they're missing out, because they keep on talking about how they want to save boxing, how they want the best fight and the best. You know, like, see, the way that they're talking about the best fight and the best is like two roaches fighting for the last crown.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Hey, nah, dog. T Money can get thrown the fuck out. I looked at what you were talking about ringside with LCD. Nah, T Money can get the fuck out. I'm glad that Kamal blocked him. Hey, thanks, Kamal. No, Kamal was supposed to block him. Go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting off.
Oh, no, it's all good. But yeah, man, like the way they're talking about the best fight and the best is like when you got nothing but shit, it's not really like you can do much with it. It's like basically making the best of what you got. And looking at the pay scales they're talking about for TKO, you know, they're gonna be under the Zuffa brand that Dana White got. That Zuffa bullshit that they got for boxing. That's what they're gonna be doing. They just got licensed. They're the ones who's gonna do the Canelo and Bud fight, and that's gonna be their first official fight. But you know, the whole thing with no pay-per-views, I think that falls in line with going to that pay scale that they put out for TKO, because of course without pay-per-view they can't be expecting to make millions upon millions. No. And then if the only thing that they got going for them is the subscription prices, and then like I don't even know if they get anything out of the DAZN subscription for that because that's just the zone as a whole. But then they're talking about doing a fight pass. So what? If you subscribe to Fight Pass, what does some of that money go to the fighters or what? And then looking at how they are with their ticket sales, like shit, they got small events anyway. So I think that everything Turkey's been doing, these closed events, cutting off pay-per-view, it's like, yeah, we're gonna lure you all in with these big paydays right now, while at the same time we downsizing so everything falls in place with the way that we want to go ahead and do this new pay scale. That's what it kind of seemed like to me.
Guess, hey, it looks like that to me too. We'll see though. I
Yeah,
just think
I don't think they're even thinking about the PBC and them being able to create their own whatever and have their own belt. Because they don't want Al to get his own belt. Like that's what they didn't want. And wow, that's crazy.
yeah, they
Well, I
turned
don't even.
around. They turned around and wrote a law to allow some foreigner to do what they wouldn't allow an American to do.
Exactly.
Let's also look at it that way.
I mean, he also got the money though. That's really what it is.
I mean, but it doesn't matter who got the money. There's Americans that got money. Al Heyman got money. They have the money to do things. They allowed this man to do this. They allowed that man to do it because he's representing because of the connection with Saudi Arabia. But that shit can go away. It really can. But anyway, I find it really interesting, dog, that shit is exactly what Al Heyman wanted to do. They took Al Heyman's and he's not the first person to do it because Eddie Hearn tried to do the same thing and use Al Heyman's model to shut Al Heyman down. And now Turki Alasheik is using Al Heyman's own model to try to shut him down. But that shit's not going to work. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Because first of all, they're half enforcing the Ali Act as it is. That's my take anyway.
Did y'all see?
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Phoenix.
Phoenix?
I do say you cutting out, or you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the reason I think it won't work is because just looking at how everything's unfolding, I'm looking at how so many fighters, like Eddie Hearn said, he had all his fighters sitting around waiting for a Riyadh payday. Them shits is going away. And with those going away, pay-per-views going away, and you know that a whole bunch of fighters are wanting to be on big cards. It's like, okay, if they have no idea about what future purses are going to be looking like, no idea about if there's even going to be a potential to make any money on the back end, then it's like, okay, the logical thing seems to go with PBC. Because, like, look at that Pacquiao and Barrios event. That arena was packed. And it's not like them Turkey cards where they gotta have the stadium dim so you can't see all the empty seats. They got all the lights on at the PBC events. You can see all the people. Same thing with Jake Paul's card for Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. They got the lights on so you can see there's people there. But whenever it's them Turkey cards, you see they turn on the dimmers. They go ahead and cut off some other lights. Like, yeah, like they really got that small crowd. So it's like, okay, how many top fighters or fighters who's coming up do we think are really going to want to stay around for that? Because that was the same issue that Golden Boy had whenever PBC first started coming around. A lot of fighters was leaving Oscar and going over to Al Heyman. A lot of them, and that caused the rift too, because I know there was the whole thing going on with Floyd working with Richard Schaefer, and then all them Golden Boy fighters that left. I think that's probably why Oscar ended up cutting Richard Schaefer off. I guess he probably felt like Schaefer was steering some of the fighters towards PBC and the money team and everything. So it's like, looking at how Oscar ended up losing fighters like that, I wouldn't be surprised if other promoters start losing fighters like that whenever the fighters realize, oh, yeah, it don't look like this Turkey money was that long money. It looks like it was short. That stuff's running out, and then we having less opportunities. So yeah, PBC's still doing pay per views. Let's go to them because what I'm thinking is they hope that people will stop buying PBC fights in order to go ahead and watch their fights with that fight pass. It's like, oh, this is a much better deal than paying pay per view. Let's go ahead and watch this. But at the same time, it's like, well, if they don't really have fights that people care about, compared to PBC, they still gonna go ahead and pay for pay per view because they're gonna see like, oh, like Pacquiao and Barrios. That was one that people was gonna buy because it's Manny Pacquiao. And how many other and look at all the other fighters that PBC got. Like it's the guys that people want to pay for. And it's kind of messed up how they how Turkey about to do David Benavidez with that nonsense because that Benavidez and Anthony Yard fight, that's going to be the first time they start with that fight pass where it's no pay-per-view. So they don't brought David Benavidez, a PBC fighter, over to Riyadh to fight on no pay-per-view when at a point where David Benavidez could really skyrocket his name because of what he's been doing since moving up to 175. So that's another thing right there. Like they're trying to go ahead and stunt his the growth of his stardom. So I don't know, man. Like it's some weird stuff going through it because it's like they did a whole act first and think later type thing.
I think what Turkey don't understand, I'm gonna say this real quick. I think what Turkey and people don't understand is you spend your time and your money where you see value. If people are not paying for fights and stealing them, they're not gonna pay for them because it's cheaper. That don't even make any sense. Like, oh, let me pay for this because it's cheaper. No, if a person is gonna steal fights, they're gonna steal fights because they don't want to pay for it because they don't see the value in spending their money for it. Like it's just that simple. Making something cheaper doesn't make it more valuable or make people want to buy.
Real quick, what's going on, Terrence Bailey? How you feeling, brother?
Hey man, what's going on for now? What's up to the panel?
Always good. Always good to see you, brother. The illustrious one, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. Hey, I was listening to the show, right? And some of the stuff, man, it seemed like we've seen this before. Okay, like remember when Eddie Hearn first rolled in or whatever, they was talking about Eddie Hearn paying too much or giving fighters more than what they was worth and this, that, and the other. They were saying the same thing about Al Haymon. And Turkey is starting off by doing with the same model, throwing money all over the place. And and these how much is it worth to get knocked in the head? You know what I'm saying? How much is it worth to get CTE? Bob had this thing where Bob would say, you paying them too much money. Like, and there's no such thing as too much money to get, as Deontay Wilder would say, the head is not meant to be hit. It's not there's no such thing as too much money to get, to get your brains knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And Bob and them had this thing where like they wanted to give Sean Porter, a guy who a multi-time champ, been at the top of the game for a while at the time, wanted to give him $1 million flat rate. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you take say $1 million, like no pay-per-view, no back end money, and none of that stuff, right? You're not vested in the gate, you're not vested in the ticket sales, you're not vested in nothing. They're giving you a flat rate of $1 million, and say the fight gross $100 million. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm going to feel some type of way after that. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, they talked about taking away pay-per-view.
You breaking up,
Get a fighter a flat rate. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you're doing. I said if you take away the pay-per-view, you're going to talk about giving the fighter a flat rate, correct?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Unless you're giving some of the unless you're giving
okay,
some
so
of the but yeah, you're giving a flat rate if there's no pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I'm not. If I'm a fighter and I'm going there and getting knocked in my head, I'm going there against a dangerous fighter like you know what I mean, a power puncher who's also a slick boxer, whatever. And I'm like the journeyman or some crap like that. No, man, I don't want no flat rate. I want a piece of the other stuff. And if you're talking about take away pay-per-view, I believe you're talking about cutting them out of everything else. I don't. And like you were saying, if Al Haymon can get certified or whatnot, what have you, with Al Heyman's model of paying fighters, that's way more palatable and more attractive than, no pay-per-view. I don't care who's streaming it. I don't care who's. I mean, people going to stream. You know what I mean? You got people out there that just ain't gonna do right.
Yeah.
But what you can do is you can invest in some technology that can catch streamers, shut their stream off midstream. You know what I'm saying? They need to invest in some type of cybersecurity for that. But until you do, you can't cry. But I'm not taking no flat rate. That's shortchanging me. You don't have enough money for me to get knocked in the head, so you gotta pay me.
Yeah, exactly. The bigger the fight you get, the bigger as long as you're the main event, the bigger the fight is, the more money you should make. That's how boxers became millionaires. Is to be able to, if you can sell the ticket, you can fight, people come, you collect the money. So what they want to do is they want to cut the fighter out of all of that. They want the business owners to be the ones that get to take the profits. And they're gonna get a fight. They're gonna get paid for that fight. While Turki Alalshikh's ownership in TKO, it expands his wealth because of the worth of the company itself. So absolutely, man. But people are, you wave some money and you wave money in front of people's faces, and they don't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah, but hey, also Fanon too, with the Turkey better watch his back. I'm gonna tell you why. The boxing community is a very, very closed community. Them old heads in boxing, the powers that be, don't take kindly to newcomers. If you come in there, you throwing around a bunch of money, you'll be their best friend until you don't.
Yeah, and then they get rid of you.
Then they're getting rid of you. I mean, it's a close. Look at how they did. Look how they did Al, but Al was a little smarter. But this guy here, he's coming in throwing money around with a takeover mentality. And you got to realize he don't think he know the boxing higher ups are a bunch of rednecks and a bunch of good old boys. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
so he better watch his back. He's good until he's not. When the money stops flowing, they're gonna show him the door. Don't matter how many people his family murder.
Exactly. They ain't murdering nobody over here.
No, brother. Hey, but I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna go ahead and dip out, man. Y'all have a good one.
Anytime, brother. Thank you, man. And always gonna send salute to your family as always,
All right, appreciate you, man.
For sure. Let me read this real quick. Jameson Children said, Phoenix, the reason Turkey has the fights dimmed is so people can't see him playing grab ass during the fights. Ringside says, come on. I'm not the ops unless you were on the other side when I was in the big sandbox. Disagreement shouldn't warrant name calling. Let's stay at us. Yeah, man, y'all chill on the name calling, man. Thank you so much, Ringside with LCD. Ringside with LCD been around a long time. That's a good dude, bro. Kamal Oz said, will Turkey block another good fight, Morrell versus Smith? Yeah, because they don't. Eddie Hearn's not going to want that fight. Eddie Hearn is not going to want Callum Smith beaten by David Morrell. Provided David Morrell can beat him, I don't know. David Morrell looked a little. Did he beat some big steroided ass dude last fight?
Yeah, that was his last fight that Kataev got. And the problem with that fight is Morrell did not throw body shots at all. He was headhunting. Like he missed 15 jabs in a row and still want to throw shots to the head. Like he left his body punching in the locker room in his gym bag. He didn't bring it to the ring with him. I don't know what the hell was going on in that fight, but he could have got the dude out of there if he threw some body shots. He did not. And that dude was slow and flat-footed too. All he did was walk forward and move his head. He didn't even have his hands up. And Morrell was just headhunting the whole night, not changing up his attack or nothing. So for me, that was just like, come on, man. Like these guys that people is getting hype about way too early. You know, I wasn't sold on David Morrell and didn't think he was going to beat Benavidez, even with all the punching power they're talking about he got. And, you know, that fight there, like, whether the dude was on steroids or not, like, Morrell was hurting him. But the problem was, even though dude was tired, Morrell should have known, hey, go to the body and get him up out of there. He didn't. So that's another problem. Like, these guys out here, the people's getting hype on, yeah, they got the knockouts, but they can't make adjustments. Yeah, maybe they look like they can box, but they don't know how to close the show. So it's like, man, what are they doing?
Kentrell LaGru said, TikTok, Fanon, waiting on the Ali documentary. I got done recording the Ali documentary yesterday, so it is all recorded. It's in production, and it should be as soon as my son gets done with the editing and all that, then we're gonna release it. But yeah, I did my part. We wrapped up the recording on it yesterday, so it should be good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that one.
Man.
And then I was gonna go ahead and do some hate because I heard something that was going on earlier about what Devin Haney can or can't do. Like, here's the thing, man. Devin Haney is not Floyd Mayweather. He's Floyd Maynever. He's not gonna go ahead and get up to where they think he's gonna be. Never ever, at all.
No chance.
That ship has sailed. Like, it's gone. You know, it's like when they was talking about Moses getting all the animals on that ark. Devin missed the ark. He's not going to whatever promised land is out there. He's done. So right now, and it's a shame too, because he seemed like he was a good kid until he started getting older and then started talking for himself. And like, I know people still trying to blame his daddy, but nope. It's all Devin's fault because he had to go along with it. Ever since that nonsense came out about him and Tank sparring. Ever since then, like, it's been bad for Devin. And the problem with him is, like, in boxing we got talent and we got skill. And this is what a lot of people don't get. Talent and skill are two different things. Like, talent, your natural gifts, whether it's speed, reflexes, your agility, any of that. Punching power, you can't teach that. Skills you can refine. And Devin is very cookie cutter. And you could tell he got no natural flow or rhythm. We've seen him. We've seen him dancing at the bowling alley. We've seen what he was doing. He looked like he would trip over his feet trying to do the cha-cha slide or the electric slide. Any type of slide, he would trip over his feet. He's done. The dude is uncoordinated as hell. The guy has no sense of how to make an adjustment. He does a lot of drills with no purpose behind them. Like, I don't know what the hell jumping over hurdles gonna help him do in boxing. Like, what? Maybe if he's in MMA, so he can jump over a dude trying to go in for a takedown. But in boxing, what's it gonna do for? I can understand it for football. Whenever you running down, you see someone about to dive in for a tackle. You see sometimes football players be jumping over people, but nah, I don't see why Devin need to jump hurdles for boxing. And then on top of that, like, the fact that they're not working with him on any fundamental shit. Like, one, for as much as they say he's a master technician, master boxer, he don't know how to cut off the ring and come forward. That should be number one for them to teach him, so they don't have somebody else do him like Ryan Garcia did, sticking his tongue out and shaking the knees at him. Don't need that again. And then on top of that, the fact that this dude, man, he like a deer in the headlights. Like, I've gone back and looked. Every time Devin get hit with a clean shot that he's not expecting, like I said the other day, he do that hands out, don't come close to thing, like in the horror movies. It's been going on like his entire career. Like, you could see it in that whooping that Tank gave him in Floyd's gym. You could see it when he was mad, like against Jorge Linares. Have you ever seen a boxer run halfway across the ring and shoot in for a clinch? Ever?
You talking about when Jorge Linares?
Yeah, like, it's like
Devin, and he ran forward and glunt. Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah, that was like when.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Speaking of TikTok, you should start dropping some stuff on there. You'd be a big hit. Yeah, man, I'm starting a phenomenal new my work ethic. I am gradually getting my work ethic up, like getting to the point where I can work all day again. Like, I really hit a stride phenomenal new when I was just like, I need a break. But I've been working through my break. But yeah, man, I need to do some stuff on TikTok. And also I got some stuff that I'm putting out a lot more shorts. Thank you, brother. JD says, this doesn't make a lot of sense, dude. I'm going to tell you, I appreciate the $20. Thank you for your support. But I'm going to tell you that what you're saying here doesn't make sense. 2 Ali acts, one for the league and one for private contractors with sanctioning bodies. That is not what it is. Okay? It is not a private contractor. One for a league. That league is a private contractor. And it's not a contractor. You are not a contractor. You're just putting on an event. It's one for a league and one for sanctioning bodies. They're trying to put the league into replace a sanctioning body. So it's not two acts. It's amending the Ali Act. The Ali Revival Act is an amendment to the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act. However, those guys pass that stuff in Congress and whatever needs they need to do to amend it. But what you're saying is not true. Only the people at the top get paid under the current model. Wrong. That's not true. Under the current model, if you've not noticed, Gervonta Davis is pulling in $20 million a fight. If you've not noticed, only people at the top get paid under the current model. That's not true. But here's the thing. All of the champions will get paid significantly less money. And I don't really care about more B-level fights. There's plenty of boxing matches going on all around the world all the time. The question for me as an American is the development of American boxing. And we don't need a league. All we need is for people, if you want to fix it, give the money to the sanctioning bodies. But I just don't agree with you, man. But anyway, it's not going to matter because no matter what the law is, people are going to manipulate that and work on that, and they're still going to be able to get the most money for themselves because that's what their job is to do. But if you think that Turki Alasheik sitting on top of a league paying somebody $750,000 for a championship fight, and because there is going to be more fighters that are making $25,000, yeah, he's going to increase the amount of fighters that make $25,000. But let me tell you, you can go get a job with a CDL. You can go get a commercial driver's license and make $90,000 a year driving a truck. Please explain to me why somebody would want to get themselves punched in the fucking head for for the amount of money you can get on a truck. And guess what? $750,000 for a championship fight. You got to take half of that shit's going to be gone in taxes. Another big chunk of it is going to go to your trainer. If you have a manager, your money's going to go there too. You're just going to be a working stiff at $750,000 a fight because you're going to wind up making what, $300,000 a year for about 2-3 years if you don't lose, provided they're not making you fight 5 times a year, because you also got to fight on their schedule. How do you know that you're going to get any time to rest? Because they put you back out. You're not going to have any opportunities other than that league. No, man, I don't agree with you on that, man. They're trying to gut the alley. They're trying to get around the fact that they can't steal from fighters, bro. Track Life said those hurdles drills are for explosion, strength, flexibility, etc. Devin is just bad at doing them. Yeah, he didn't have any explosion in those exercises. You could tell it. He's not an athlete. That's the problem. Devin's not an athlete. Devin is a highly skilled boxer, but Devin is not an athlete. He's not somebody that you know is you about to throw that ball up, you about to go get it off that rim. You know, he's not that type of guy. His father wants him to have, his father gave him all the skills in the world, but he doesn't have the talent. Just like you can have every skill in the world. You can know how to debate, but you're never going to beat me because, dog, you don't have the skills. You just don't have the ability to do it. You know, you don't have you don't have the talent. Anyway, I'm sorry for cutting you off, King of Hating. Please conclude your hating.
Yeah. I was also going to say, so what was that with Turkey and having them fight on the schedule? Like I think it was Bam Rodriguez, or who was it that before they even had his last fight, they had already scheduled him for a fight in November or whatever. You know, so like that's the thing. Like they got people already scheduled for fights, and then having to sign for like another fight that's coming up. And it's like, dang, like before they fight's even done, and then like Turkey hopping in the ring immediately after that one fight saying, yeah, y'all are going to fight next. And then, you know, they're having them agree to it on the spot. Like, yeah, that they already doing that. They already doing that. Last thing I was going to say, though, about Devin was like, yeah, man, like I don't see his career lasting much longer. I think 147 is it for him. He's too big to go back down to 140. He's damn sure not going to survive at 154. If Brian Norman Jr. smacks the hell up out of him, Like we finally gonna be rid of the Haneys in boxing, unless they decide they're gonna become like the flagship boxers and stars of whatever new thing Turkey is gonna do. And you know that then they can say they're the highest paid. So that 750, hey, and on top of that, they're not gonna have to worry about it being a net profit. So you know they could be having something going on for them. But yeah, that's what I got for you today, man.
All right, bro. Yeah, I get back.
Yep. Take it easy.
What's up, Kamal?
Hey, what's up, Fanon? I'm a little bit conflicted about this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because the person proved to be a racist when it came to his daughter, but the character is what got me into pop culture and wrestling and sports entertainment.
Oh, you're
Can I get
talking
a
about
10
Hulk Hogan.
count for Hulk Hogan, please?
Oh, absolutely. Moment of silence for Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. One of my biggest memories, Fanon, one of my most vivid memories with my father when we used to go to sporting events was when he took me to see Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant live.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that was a tremendous highlight of my life. So I didn't like what Hulk Hogan said, obviously, about his daughter's, boyfriend or whatever. But so that's why I was a little bit conflicted. But again, Hulk Hogan was the one who got
Oh,
me into
yeah. He
sports.
said, yeah, he says, yeah. Yeah, I
He
remember that.
he he did get baptized and said he saw the. I think a few months ago he got baptized and said he apologized for his ways. But yeah, he led the way for guys like The Rock, for Roman Reigns, for John Cena, for all of the greats, Triple H, and so he really revolutionized sports entertainment. So Hulkster, rest in peace, rest in peace. So I got to say this, Fanon. I was not surprised when I heard that Turkey was not interested in Parker versus Usyk, which is the best fight to be made at heavyweight. It's the only fight left for Usyk. I mean, he's beaten everybody, save for Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder is not at that level, right? At least not right now. He's building himself back up. So I predicted on this show many times that Turkey would try to sell the public. Same thing he's trying to sell Canelo versus Crawford, saying it's the biggest fight of this century. I was saying that he's going to try to sell Fury Usyk 3, which is a fight that nobody wants to see because Fury got beaten clearly in both fights. The second one was even worse. So he's not interested in Parker versus Usyk, which is a tremendous fight to make in the heavyweight division, the last real fight for Usyk. But he's interested in a 350-pound Fury, who admittedly said he hasn't been working out, he hasn't been doing much, he hasn't even been thinking about boxing versus Usyk. How does that make any kind of sense?
It doesn't. Unless it's who, why wouldn't he want that? Because he wants that stupid Moses Atumwa fight.
I really hope whoever's Otama's handler does not let him in the ring with Usyk right now because that would be a massacre. That could destroy his career. Could be similar to what we saw with Antoine Douglas and Aventil Kurtzitze, aka White Mike Tyson. Uh, that would be disastrous if you put Atama in there with Usyk. I mean, that'd just be bad handling. Parker's earned the fight. He's had a great run of form, been very active, dominated Deontay. Had a tough fight, but beat the Chinese journeyman Ziling Zhang, which is a tough fight. And he's done his thing. He's earned the opportunity so much so that the WBO named him the mandatory. There's no other fight at heavyweight to make unless you want to keep recycling UK fighters. Do you want to see Usyk versus Chisora too? I mean, what is, I don't know what the end goal is with Turkey's vision for heavyweight. I don't know what the end goal with his vision at cruiserweight. All the pieces at cruiserweight are over there with Riyadh season. I mean, Gilberto Zudo Ramirez says he wants the Jail Bataya fight. I know Badu Jack will fight anybody. Badu Jack is a dog. Why aren't we getting unifications at cruiserweight? What's the end goal there, Fanon?
I have no idea what the end goal is for him at cruiserweight. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't. I think they want to he decides what he wants to do with on the fly. And he's just arbitrary as shit. So who knows? Somebody could have said it could be like for what was the fight that with like Morrell and
Smith.
And Smith, yeah, it's probably that Eddie Hearn doesn't want that fight. Probably doesn't want that fight because that's a tough fight for Callum Smith. But the whole thing with the Tyson Fury shit, maybe it's because they want to have find another way to spend a bunch of money in the UK, and that fight will allow them to waste more money because that's not a big fight. There's not a big location to have the fight between Usyk and Joseph Parker. They want to do that shit in the UK at least. And whenever you have a British fighter on the card, that's what I told the guy before. Whenever you fight over in Great Britain, they insist that there be a British fighter on the card. They always do that. You're not going to find in Wembley Stadium, you're not going to see in O2 Arena an Usyk versus Joseph Parker because neither one of those guys are from the UK. So I think it's a little bit of a case of they don't have a place to put the fight because there's no interest for that fight in any particular geographic that they could sell tickets to. They can't sell Usyk and Parker in New York. They can't sell Usyk Parker in Vegas, but they can sell Moses Atumwa and Usyk at somewhere in the UK. And that's exactly what they want to do. That's why they keep recycling the UK heavyweights because they can put it in the O2 and they can put it over there and they'll get people to come see the fights over there. But that doesn't exist for Joseph Parker unless they're going to go to New Zealand. And I don't know that he's ever had a fight in New Zealand or if they go to Russia. Like, didn't they say something about Bivol and Beterbiev wanted to do the third match in Russia? So
yes, it's going to happen.
Yeah, so they're probably trying to find a place to put the fight, and hopefully they're learning this shit that you can't just put any two people together at any old place and call it a big fight. Like you will really sell a lot of tickets in DC with a fight between Gervonta Davis and Gary Russell Jr. But you people wouldn't understand how that could possibly be unless you realize that you could probably sell 400,000 pay-per-views just in between the DC area and Baltimore if you're on your game. So I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of him learning and listening to promoters that are saying, hey man, some of these fights we just aren't going to sell, so we don't need to do it. That's me being gracious. But if I'm not being gracious, I'm just thinking he's arbitrary and just changing his mind is whatever, you know?
Well, I mean, he definitely shoots from the hip. And he's not consistent because you could really put that as the main event of Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. You could put them on that card right there. There's plenty of cards. Yeah. The fact that he's not interested in it again, and he's talking up Tyson Fury, saying Tyson promised me he'd be back. You know, Tyson's going to start working out again. He's hyped up and stuff. I'm just like, nobody wants to see a trilogy of two fights that were uncompetitive with Serrano and Taylor. The feeling that the public had was that Amanda was robbed in the first two fights. That's why they wanted a trilogy. There's not a need for a trilogy for two. I mean, I think in the first fight, either the first or the second fight, Fury was knocked down by Usyk. He was really just holding second fight. Yeah. And then another moment, he was basically held up by the ropes in another moment in the fight. So it's like he was completely outclassed. So what is the need for the trilogy? Now, if you want to say Fury versus Joshua, yeah, I mean, neither of them are competing for belts right now. Joshua's just got knocked out. Fury's been on the couch, and I said overweight, not really doing much. So that could be a fight between those two. But Fury and Usyk 3 makes zero sense, Fanon. I mean, again, the guy shoots from the hip. I think he views these people, not even these boxers, not even as chess pieces, but checkers, pieces on the checkers board, not even as chess pieces, and just completely arbitrary. Shoots from the hip makes no sense in a lot of these things. Because if you're really about the best fights, I mean, Parker and Usyk is that. And you could put that in Saudi Arabia. Both of them have fought in Saudi Arabia under your banner. Why not?
Who knows? That's my point. I don't know. Arbitrary as hell, man. But look, I got to read a couple Cash Apps and I'm gonna head up out of here. Come on.
Yeah. Before you go,
I'm sorry. Let me finish something before you say that. Sorry about with you and Ringside LCD. Ringside LCD is a good dude, man. He really is. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah, thank you for telling me that. So before I go, Fana, can you do a video first 20 minutes of that Porterway podcast I sent you, where Sean Porter sharing his thoughts on the Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney situation and the drug testing and the fact that he was Porter. This is Sean Porter said this, and I don't know how Sean Porter can be a coon Fanon when he's talking about two black fighters and he chooses one of the black fighters. It's not like he chose a white fighter. How does that work?
Bill?
Devin Haney did.
Devin's a fucking idiot.
Because he was saying what a lot of people are thinking, that Devin doesn't really want this fight with Brian Norman Jr. He's looking for a way out of it. And Devin called him a coon for that. Last time I checked, Brian Norman Jr. is a black man like you and I. So how could Sean Porter be a coon for saying something about that? And picking a black man over another black, that makes zero sense. But I was just hoping you could watch the first 20 minutes of that Porterway podcast I sent you.
I'll do it.
All right, thank you, Fanon. I'll wait for that video. Deuces.
All right, man. Yes, sir. Get back. Porterway podcast. First 20 minutes. Barbara D in the building. Hey, Barbara D. Good morning to you, Martin and chat. Thank you, Barbara D. Good morning. I've been missing you, Barbara. Been missing you, Barbara. Thank you for your support, Barbara. Yeah, man. I'm so on band. A big $25 holler. Got a couple of cash apps. Alton Jones said, how do some people put Mayweather over Ali? I have no idea why somebody would put Floyd Mayweather over Muhammad Ali. I don't think Alton Jones, there's any comparison between Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is a much better fighter. I think he's a better fighter. I think he's a tougher fighter. I think he has more. I think he showed more courage in the ring than Floyd. And I just think he's more talented than Floyd. And he fought better. And he has a much better resume than Floyd. Vidal Williams said, Chi-Town salute, bro. Thank you, brother, for the huge $25 holler, brother. That's big, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. But anyway, look, man. Hey, what's up, David Lynch? Hey, look, I'm gonna thank you, Barbara D, for that support, but I'm gonna get up out of here. That's right. That's ridiculous. Ali is the GOAT. No disrespect to Floyd. Man, Floyd is the most. Floyd's just so arrogant, bro. I can't give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, I can't. First of all, I'm not gonna give it to him because he's too little. All right, I'm sorry, bro. You can't be the best fighter ever if you're the size of my nephew. I mean, you know, my young. You got to be bigger than you got to be bigger than like an 11-year-old boy for me to be saying that your ass is the top. You're 5'5", 150 pounds, soaking fucking wet, bro. I'm sorry, you're too small for me to give you any credit for over these heavyweights, dog. Okay, you're not fighting guys like for the same reasons I put Floyd over Ali ahead of Ali. Floyd is textbook in everything he does in the ring. No, he isn't. What do you mean he's textbook in everything that he's? Who wrote the textbook? He has a style, bro. He has a style. He's not textbook perfect. He gets hit just like everybody else. But Ali just has better. He has better wins. You got to know. I don't have to look purely at skill set. No, I don't. I do not have to look purely at skill set. No, I do not. I don't have to look. If I watch Roger Federer play tennis, he's much more fundamentally sound than Rafael Nadal was. But that doesn't mean Rafael Nadal didn't beat him. You know what I mean? I do not have to look at is he has his hand in the right position? Does he turn to it? No, you don't. That's what you guys want to do. I don't have to look at somebody and give a technical breakdown of what this fighter's strengths and I don't have to do that shit. I can see somebody that beat up George Foreman. How about that? How about Muhammad Ali beat up a dude named George Foreman who had hands the size of dinner plates and were knocking people dead cold out? Ali took everything from him. He doesn't have a better skill set. I don't give a shit about that skill set shit. I'm telling you flat, that's bullshit. That's an excuse for short people. All that skill set shit is an excuse to make short people feel better. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I mean it. Just because somebody has a better skill set doesn't mean they're going to win. You got people that have better skill sets than world champions. That doesn't mean they're going to beat them. You know what I'm saying? So no, yeah, I'm not going to sit there and look at the way he throws his jab. I'm not, oh, look at his pull counter. Oh, look at that. Look how he's, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at the body of, yes, he did. Yes, he did. He lost in the Olympics. Yeah, he did. He lost to a dude in the Olympics. Floyd Mayweather, Olympics. He lost. Yeah, he did. He lost to a guy named Seferim Todorov. Okay? Yes, he has. I don't know that he ain't. Yes, he has. He was dropped by some white boy. Paulie Spadafora beat the shit out of him. What are you talking about? I saw Paulie Spadafora beat the shit out of Floyd. Fahim, didn't you see the sparring? Didn't you see the sparring, Fahim? I got it on tape that Paulie Spadafora whooped up on Floyd, and he didn't want to fight Paulie Spadafora. What's up? You been busy, Barbara D? Who? I'm glad to see you. For real. Confirm receipt, sure. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Okay, I got it. Confirmed. Oh, nah, Fanon ain't. Oh, nah, Fanon ain't lying. Oh, nah, Fanon ain't lying. Hell no, I ain't lying. Paulie Spadafora whooped that boy in sparring. I saw the tape. Floyd got that ass handled by Paulie Spadafora, dog. Paulie Spadafora was whooping Floyd's ass. Don't act like he was not whooping Floyd's ass. I saw it on tape. Hey, that white boy whooped his ass in sparring, though, dog. He whooped his ass in sparring, though. We living in the Haney age. We living in the Haney age. That shit counts, Fiend. But anyway, I'm out of here, man. No joke, bro. Ali's got better footwork. Ali has better footwork. How about that? How about Ali got better footwork? Anyway, and he's more athletic. He's a better athlete. But no, Floyd's a great athlete, too. Floyd fast as shit. Floyd's good, but Floyd's too little, dog. I'm not giving no little niggas that. He's too little. Come on, man. You can't be giving, saying shit like Muggsy Bogues is the greatest basketball ever. He beat the shit out of my nigga. He said he beat the shit out of my nigga. Yeah, he did. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Deuces. Man, that's a fun.